Now, every time we see this screen, it could be Judge's retirement. But this year, it is not. Kenneth Ferreira is going to be the only New York Yankee that will retire. He has no service time, has not played. His career is over. Nestor Cortez, former New York Yankee, retires. Hasn't played in 2 years. Pretty, decent career. ERA under 4, something you can definitely take pride in. And an all-star in 2022. Alek Manoah, a guy we signed, I believe 2026. No, 2028 as a matter of fact. And yeah, listen, a very disappointing career. He had all the tools. He just mentally just did not have it, and maybe not even skill wise. Former New York Yankee catcher Gary Sanchez is going to call it a career at the age of 39. Missed 2 seasons or was in someone's minors. 2 years, an all-star, and a silver slugger back in 2017. Xander Bogaerts is calling it a career, and because he's retiring, for some reason, the Padres are going to save $51 million off the last 2 years of that atrocious contract, though they did get to a World Series. J.P. Crawford calling it a career. 2020 Gold Glove Award winner at the age of 37. Bobby Dahlback, the former third first baseman for the Boston Red Sox, kind of carved out a little okay career, kind of more of a 4A player, a guy you could call up and kind of just, hold down the spot. Nobody that was really going to be a world beater, though he had one good season in 2021. Former batting champion Yandy Diaz calls it a career. Probably hasn't played in 3 years, at least not in the minors. 2-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, and a batting title. Cedric Mullins, former switch hitter, something Jason Dominguez might want to take into consideration in real life. I like the idea of him being a switch hitter and him, just working on the other side of the ball. You can find a lefty guy that'll, throw you some pitches so you can bat from the other side of the plate, but we know his power side is righty. No inductees this year. I didn't see anybody that I really thought was even borderline at that point, and we've got some vacancies: pitching coach, third base, and the farm director. We're going to look at Ronaldo Valentin for our pitching coach. +2 Ks per 9, +3 walks per 9, stamina +3, and I believe he loses 2 in home runs per 9. Rolando Portillo, +2 durability, speed, reaction, -1 accuracy. Isaac Stratton, +3 power, 1 contact, -break. And Ronaldo Valentin will be our pitching coach. Rolando Portillo is going to Texas as the third base coach. Well, we got to move on and hopefully find somebody else. Maybe Noah Ellis can give us some +3 in steal, +1 in fielding. Isaac Stratton is no longer interested. Maybe Steven Gutierrez gives us +3 in clutch and contact as we lose 1 in hits per 9 and reaction, which aren't the worst things in the world. Top free agent is Roman Anthony, probably due to age, as his overall is only an 87, which is fine. I don't think we're desperate enough to sign him per se. Matt Shaw, a solid get for some teams. Bubba Chandler, a pitcher that can hit. If he really wanted to do the two-way thing, though he's a little older at this point to even attempt that. Steven Gutierrez is going to be our farm director for the next 4 years, but we still have no third base coach. We really need to find somebody, as Noah Ellis is being offered the most money by us, according to the pundits. And he will accept third base coach offering for the next 4 seasons. Whether we'll see him all 4 years is another thing. That really depends on Aaron Judge, and timing with MLB to show 26. I have an idea what team I'm going to do, but I'll discuss that in a much later time. Dalton Rushing is going to sign with the Phillies on a 4-year deal, $54 million. Jordan Lola resigns with the Diamondbacks. Kobe Mayo gets a pretty damn solid deal, 7 years, $155 from the Cubs, off of a 19 and 63 RBI season last year. Mitch Keller is going to the Guardians on a 2-year, $60.5 million deal as Cleveland looks to get back in World Series contention. James Wood, 8 years, $240.3 million. A huge deal signing after being a National for so long and just languishing in D.C. He finally gets to be a part of a team that has just won the World Series. And here is their projected lineup. Pedro Pena, damn good player, cracks righties. Dylan Cruz, Luis Robert, Kevin Magano, Brandon Lau, Alejandro Kirk, Ryan Mountcastle, Trace Sweeney with Brandon Nimmo and Max Clark coming off the bench. And their pitching staff is damn good, so they should be contenders yet another year. Jesus Luzardo, 3 years, $95.4 million. His win-loss wasn't that great, but he's still a damn good pitcher. Draft lottery. A lot of teams moved down. The Angels are getting the number 1 pick. I'm sorry, this is flying by. My editing, I edited a little too damn short. Marcelo Mayer is going to return to the Red Sox. 3 years, $65.3 million, as Matt Shaw signs with the Phillies. 6 years, $113.9 million, as the Phillies have been pretty much in contention every year, picking up 2 World Series championships earlier in the series. They haven't gotten back to a World Series since. Roman Anthony, a massive deal with the Cubs, as the Cubs look to also get back into World Series contention. They're only what would now be, I think, 3 years removed from a World Series. Justin Foscue, the anchor, Kyle Tucker, Kevin Fader, Kobe Mayo, Moises Ballesteros, Jefferson Rojas, Brian Rocchio, and our old friend Oswald Peraza, who for some reason is in left field. That's probably a mistake. Then again, the CPU be doing CPU things. They'll put players out of position. But he's getting his money, so hey, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Maybe we see you in the World Series. Bubba Chandler is also going to the defending world champions. Oh, my God. Detroit is trying to destroy baseball in terms of just, winning championship after championship. And this is their starting rotation. Job, Skubal, Puck, River. Brady Singer is the starter, not A.J. Puck. River, Ryan. And there we go. Y'all need to fill out your bullpen, though. Maybe they feel like their starters are so good, they don't have to bother about it. And I've just shoved along to arbitration. Brock Salvage getting a little over $2 million. Andres Chaparro as a backup. Almost $2 million is not the end of the world. Tristan Vreeling is going to get a huge jump in salary, going from a reliever to a starter here for the 2032 season. Roderick Arias going to make a little over $4 million. And here is our maybe projected lineup. I don't think Jose Hernandez is going to last up here right now. I feel like we have such a logjam at the outfield that I need to send him back down. He'll play spring. He'll move on from there. Brock Salvage, still a reliever. I don't know if he could be a 6th starter if we are in desperate need, if somebody has a short, stint on the DL. But instead, we're going to move on from him. I'm going to trade him because I have other relievers that I want to call up. For Mauri Gregori of the White Sox, this is a really minor deal. As you can see, we've got young relievers that I think can really take this team to the next level. It's just a matter of them playing. Felipe Gutierrez, who we traded for back in season 1. Michael Reagan, a phenomenal strikeout artist as a lefty. Brian Abreu, of course. Zach Thompson, the most clutch reliever in our bullpen, and of course Ryan Grady. Aaron Judge is 27 home runs away from 600 and is still a damn good player at the age of 39. But how many more opening days are we going to get out of him as we start the 2032 campaign, season 8 of the Yankees dynasty? I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little surprised I've even made it this far. But it is what it is. For some reason, the prognosticators say Jose Hernandez is going to lead our team in batting average. Unless somebody gets hurt, that's not happening. I want to keep him down in the minors until, I don't know, one of these outfielders go. It could be Chisholm. It could be one of the young guys. Maybe Bunning gets traded. Maybe Altman. I'm not sure.
And now,
we shall see as the reigning defending Cy Young Award winner takes the mound, looking to just bring us back to World Series contention. Obviously, he's, only pitched in, one postseason game for us. And, of course, to start this season, he is back with his number 22. Last year, he started with number 29. We have, had a corrective action plan for our equipment guy, and I think he's fixed some things. You know, even though we are starting the season against the Tampa Bay Rays, they still are a team to be a force to be reckoned with, even though they have yet to make the playoffs in any of the 7 seasons that we have been in this series. As Hunter Green gets the first out of the season. Holy smokes. Andres Valle, Jose Candido, Ozzy Albies anchoring the number 3 spot, Junior Caminero, Corbin Carroll, Theo Guillen, Randy Arozarena, Xavier Isaac, and Miguel Amaya. Yes, Randy Arozarena is back in Tampa in his age, I want to say 36 or 37 season, as Jose Candido strikes out and becomes the first strikeout victim for him. And Rays have not made the playoffs in what will now be almost 10 years. Unfortunately, Ozzy Albies is going to be the second strikeout victim as Hunter Green starts is to defend his Cy Young campaign with 2 strikeouts. All right, we jump ahead, and Mitchell Parker is going to be the opening day starter for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's coming off a damn good season, under 3 ERA, pretty good whip. The strikeout rate could use some work, but he is definitely looking to be the anchor for that pitching staff as Anthony Volpe leads off the season for us. 1-2 count. And, oh, man, he is tied up and not on a slider that, could have hit him in the backside if he really tried. Lee Bunning is going to roll one to second base to Albies, and unfortunately he'll be the second out as Mitchell Parker is making quick work of the Yankee lineup. Aaron Judge batting third. Unfortunately, we have nothing but lefties on the bench at this present time, but we do have 3 switch hitters. James Pickett batting cleanup. George Lombard, Omen Chaparro, because we are facing a lefty, he's playing first. Arias. And I'm forgetting who number 9 is at this present moment, as the captain will roll over to short. Michael Irizarry throws him out at first. So Parker makes it a quick 1, 2, 3. All right, jump ahead at Junior Caminero is going to be the first hit for the Tampa Bay Rays in the 2032 campaign. Again, they're looking to make the postseason for the first time in 10 long years. They've had solid teams. It's just the rest of the division has just been that much better. We've won a world championship. Boston made it to the World Series in season 1. Toronto, as this Guillen hit is going to be just over the outstretched arm of Anthony Volpe, and he hustles hard for a double. Oh, sorry, that's not a double. That was his teammate actually hustling the second, as it was a little shocking that he would even almost didn't make that catch. Randy Arozarena, a long-time, Tampa Bay Ray, with some solid seasons really good seasons as a Seattle Mariner and an Athletic. Signed a 1-year deal for $12.4 million. Grounded to Arias. Volpe back to first and return 2 without an issue. Did he wear 56? Can't remember off the top of my head. Lombard will plop one into right field for the first Yankee hit of the season. Don't worry, Lombard is not going to be the number 5 batter all season. It's just against lefties. He actually hits better than he does righties. And unfortunately, Omen will grind into the 6-4-3 double play to end the second.
Leading off for Tampa Bay.
As far as the Rays projections, they are projected to be the 4th worst team in the division, which if at 75 years, that's number 4. Who do y'all think is going to be the worst team in the division? Jeez. Jorge Mañana is not even on the Major League roster, so why they project him as the batting average leader is beyond me. Xavier Isaac becomes the 3rd strikeout victim. Hunter Green in midseason form already. Valle grounded a 3rd as Lombard Jr. throws him out at first. I'm hoping Lombard can take that next step offensively, because I don't know. I'm just not sure if he's going to be a good offensive third baseman. Defensively, he could be just fine. It's just, I want to see him, grow offensively. Arias, I'd love to see him, take the next step offensively. He didn't hit the greatest last year, as Arias fortunately worked the walk, as that will help things. As I'd like to see more of these young dudes take some walks. as Jason Dominguez coming off a solid season. And he will roll one to second. Albies, Irizarry, back to first, and just in time. Runner will be on third. So Anthony Volpe will look to drive in that run, and a little jam shot on the fastball, but it'll find the glove of the right fielder, charging it for the final out in the third, or fourth as a matter of fact. Albies will punch out, and that's a big-time bat to sit down, given he's given us some issues, particularly last year. And then another punch out. Hunter Green is pitching like his eyes are red at this present moment. Captain at the age of 39 works yet another walk as he's still dangerous. Speaking of dangerous, I want to see James Pickett, not roll over to second for one. I would love to see him become what I think he can be. I think he can be the best offensive catcher in baseball. He's very young, and the batting average last year just, it's average, which honestly for a catcher, 240 is pretty solid if you're getting that out of him. Most catchers are not that great offensively. As Theo Gillen will roll it in the left field, and the tag by Arias is just not in time. Gillen in there with a double. A Rosarena rolls a splitter. Diving attempt by Arias. Arias. Ullman will come up, throw to the plate, and no. Runner from second will score. Tampa takes an early 1-0 lead here in the fifth inning. Former Cubs catcher Miguel Amaya. Grounder to Chaparro, and one is all they will get at this moment. Lombard rips one up the middle for yet another single, and hey, I'd take, 30, 40 multi-hit games from him. Chaparro, I hope he's come to hit this year too. Given last year he hit under 200. Oh, he's really mostly a lefty platoon guy. Arias hits it up the middle. Albies doesn't make an attempt at it. Lombard is going to stop at third, as Valley does have a pretty decently strong arm, which means Dominguez gets the bases juice. Pitch 51 is hit high and deep, but it's going to find Valley's glove. The runners in scoring position will tag and move up the base. The Yankees will tie the ball game at 1 apiece.
The batter, number 11.
As Volpe's opportunity. Volpe, 7th most hits by a middle infielder in Yankee history. He won't get another one here, but we do score one. Jump ahead, and Green is pitching very efficiently through the sixth, averaging about 10 pitches an inning. Gets strikeout number 6 as well. Quevedo, hits the splitter deep into the gap. It's going to bounce and roll all the way to the wall as the Rays get a 1-out double. Good piece of hitting by Quevedo as Albies finds himself down 2 strikes. This is, let's be honest, very much a premier matchup. Cy Young Award winner than Silver Slugger at second base. And Green takes advantage. Another punch out upon the Albies. Caminero floats one to right field, and when it lands, this is officially a quality start for Hunter Green. Lee Bunning, Aaron Judge, and James Pickett batting at some point in the sixth. Don't get the wrong idea. I understand Lee Bunning. You're just thinking, well, he's not our best hitter. I know he's not, but I like to have somebody hitting in front of my big bat, preferably 2. I don't mind putting Judge number 3. So Volpe leading off and Bunning, being number 2. That just means Judge will have maybe another opportunity to drive in not just 1 run, but 2 runs if they both get on. And Yoniel Curret is going to replace Parker. The throw by the catcher, Amaya, and he has thrown out Lee Bunning, attempting to steal second. It's a damn shame. He had a little bit of a slow-footed jump there. I don't know what happened. Judge down 0-2, and he swings and misses with bad bit of swinging off a slider low and away. Out number 2 as Pickett. Oh, man. He crushes the changeup deep to straightaway center. It's going to land in the Monument Park. Another opening day RBI for James Pickett. And if my numbers serve me correctly, this is his third year in the league. He has had an RBI every single year, including a home run this year and a home run in his very first game. As Corbin Carroll will pop this one up in the 7th. Hunter Green continuing to pitch efficiently. And that is the first out of the 7th. His team has given him a lead. Theo Gielan is really the only Ray that has gotten multiple hits and make it a third. The slur finds a sweet spot of his bat. Now a Rosarena. As you can see, he's had some pretty decent numbers against the Yankees. Runner takes off. Grounder up the middle. Arias. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to call this a bit of a botch in MLB The Show animations. That should not be an issue. Volpe should be there. Arias, a toss. He shouldn't be throwing it overhand. That's a light toss. That's not even a light toss. That's a quick boom. Flick of the wrist type toss. Volpe should get it. Throw it to first. Should be a double play regardless. Like, I think y'all got to take more into account, when it comes to those kind of unique fielding opportunities. Also, why is Arias covering for a stolen base attempt or a hit and run when it's normally the shortstop? The shortstop covers that, not the second baseman. Even on a hit and run, that's not a situation where you need to swap players as to who covers what. Nonetheless, we got out of the 7th inning unscathed, which is a good thing. Can the Yankees hold on to the lead in the last 2 innings? We shall see. Vinny Douglas going to make his 2032 debut. As you can see, he almost does not walk anybody. 3% of batters walk. And fortunately, he'll give up a hit this time into center off of Andres Valle. Jose Quevedo rolls one up the middle. Volpe gets it, tosses it to Arias over the first, turn 1 and 2. That is what I am talking about when it comes to fielding. If you are a short distance away from the player, you don't need to rainbow lob it. It just needs to be, a quick boom, flick of the wrist right to the glove. If they drop it, they drop it. Like, I understand the issues on a transfer. As Ozzy Albies gets a hit in the 8th, as Caminero hits this one in the left field. It caroms off the wall. Runner coming around to score, and Tampa is going to tie the ball game up at 2 apiece here in the late going. As Corbin Carroll, this speedster just might be able to give Tampa the lead with a base knock. Runner on second, not the fastest. 0-2 count. Hey, changeup on the outside corner. Carroll caught staring at it for strike number 3. Jump ahead to the bottom of the 8th. Jason Dominguez is going to get plunked with a slider in the shoulder blade. And you know what? I'll take it because it can be a stolen base threat or a hit and run possibility for Anthony Volpe at the top of the lineup. If Santos knows it's good for him, he will not leave one over the middle. And it's hit deep. Right field. Just inside, well inside the foul pole. It is out of here as Anthony Volpe gives us a late 2-run lead. His first long ball of the season, and hopefully we see about 20 to 25 more. I don't expect a ton out of him, but I expect him to be a guy that is going to drive in that number 9 batter, a little bit more often than you might traditionally expect, from some boomer managers. As Lee Bunning smacks one into right field, and he is going to end up with a second extra base hit here in the 8th inning. As Aaron Judge is up next, and he bounces a sinker to first. That means Bunning goes to third, which means James Pickett gets an opportunity to drive him in. Already with a solo shot back in the 6th.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
As we have pretty much a sold-out crowd here in 2032 opening day. 2-2 count. Pickett rips one right up the middle, and that'll be run number 5 for the Yankee lineup. Will we see Ryan Grady? That depends on whether we, have a lead. Grady is out there. 3-run lead, as a matter of fact. As a Rosarena is going to cut that lead by a third. Deep shot off the sinker to left field. .388 off the bat. You know Randy Arozarena loves playing against the Yankees. Cut fastball to Xavier Isaac as Grady, a little peeve for giving up that run. Liner, left of center, but Dominguez can't come up with it for a base knock. Valle hits this one hard and high to left field. Bunning can't run it down. Gets it off the bounce, throws it back into the infield. Volpe will throw it home as the Rays have the tying run currently standing on second as the DH Jose Quevedo takes a cutter on the outside corner for ball number 2. And yeah, we're going to talk to you, brother. Listen, it's early in the year. I understand you might not be completely warmed up. I don't exactly play players, my star players, in the spring training, sessions. I don't want them getting hurt. So call it what it is. Quevedo, low liner to the left. Bunning can't come up with it. Bunning throwing home, and the game is going to be tied at 5 apiece here in the 9th inning. A blown save, maybe a blown decision by keeping Bunning out there in left field despite his weak arm. I will admit, I love the fact that he can hit. I love that he can field. My issue is, his arm is just not strong enough to play out there. But I guess you take the good with the bad with him. Brian Abreu going to come in here to hopefully, shut things down. 0-2 count as Albies will pop this one up behind the backstop. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th inning, hopefully to win this ball game in walk-off fashion. As Under the Chaparro going to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning against the righty, which is a little weird. Unfortunately, we can't sub Jones to play first. He's already in left field. I would have to sub somebody out there also, and we just don't have the depth at first base to really make that move. As Arias pops this one up in the infield for out number 2, and Dominguez will float one to right field as the Yankees can't even get a man on base, and this game is going into extras. Jump ahead to the top of the 10th. Caminero grounded to third. And we'll get the first out here in the 10th inning, where even if we give up a run, we could still win the ball game in the bottom of the 10th. Liner to left. The throw into Lombard to the plate, not in time. Corbin Carroll gives Tampa the lead. As Gillen bounces one just inside fair territory. And then Bunning can't seem to come up with it. I hate that animation. If the ball is going to go by a player, just let it go by them. Let it be too fast to go by them. I understand I might not have taken the greatest of angles, but come on, dog. You got to do better. I get that sometimes that happens, but Bunning is too good of a fielder for that to be a frequent animation for him. As Volpe looking to get the Yankees the tie ball game. Oh, it's a high shot. A warning track shot. Runner will advance to third. Maybe Bunning can make up for the outfield blunders. 1-2. Hits this the other way to left field. Arozarena is there. Runner is not going to tag. Oh, man, he would have scored too. Or could have scored. Jeez Louise. Which means we are living into Aaron Judge to win this ball game. 0 for 3 with a walk. And he cracks this one up the middle. Outfield playing deep for no reason, in my opinion. Yankees within 1. Can anyone else come through as Jazz Chisholm will come into pinch run as James Pickett is at the dish batting righty. Fouls off a two-seamer. I thought he would have murked in the right field. He is also one of the only other Yankees to have multiple hits in this ballgame. 0-1. Hits it in the right field. That's back-to-back guys on base for the Yankees. So leave it to the number 5 man to come through. Can we bring Chisholm home? Lombard, 2 hits today. Hits it in the center field. Chisholm is coming around to score from third or second, as a matter of fact. Ball game tied at 7 apiece. But do we have it in us to win this ball game? Spencer Jones hits this to right field, but it is going to hang up a little too long, and we are going to even more free baseball. Fred Dunning coming in, gets a bounce to the first. Chaparro, the step on the bag runner will advance to third as Vale is going to float this one to shallow right center field. It bounces down and the run will score. Tampa leads 8-7.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter, Jose Quevedo.
Jose Quevedo add an insurance run on top of this. You have to score him from first. The lesser thrown two-seamer by Frederick Dunning, a four-seamer. Now and yet another strikeout. Yes, the two-seamer for some reason, not for some reason. I get why it's falling out of favor, with a lot of, pitching coaches. The sinker just has more movement leads to less. Solid contact and jeez Louise. Arias, don't hurt the man. Jeez, Charlie Thompson didn't deserve that. Not that he did it on purpose. But man, that's gotta hurt. But Charlie Thompson's a tough one. And he's going to shake it off and get back to that mound as Dominguez jammed on a cutter, floats one to left of center, but it's going to be caught by Valet. The throw to the plate. If we tag, we might have been able to score. Volpe hits it to Albies, bounces off his glove. The throw, no! The Volpe able to hustle to first and get there in time, and the ball game is tied at 8 apiece. Lee Bunning, come on, brother. You got this. Hits this in the right field. Oh, a little bit too much air underneath it, and that'll end the 11th. Dunning back out there for what looks like a fourth inning of work, and he will end the 12th with a punch out. He got the money we gave him because he's just that good. I know $7 million for a reliever is a little much, but he's good. He is good, and that's why I don't mind putting him in situations like this. If we didn't have Grady, he would probably be the closer. Oh, speaking of closer, Chisholm hits this one high and deep to right field. Yankees are going to walk this one off 10-8. The 35-year-old, now longtime Yankee, because shit, he's been here since 2024. One of the OGs of this series. Another walk-off in a situation in which we need him. Now, how much does he play this year? Who knows? But we will gladly take it, pinch hitting for Aaron Judge. Pickett, the player of the game. So we jump ahead and see one of our division rivals in the Toronto Blue Jays. Ullman hits this one deep to right center. It is out of here in the 10th inning as the Yankee bats finally wake up. Now up 3-0 in the top of the 10th. His fourth homer this season, which I think we may be less than 20 games into this 2032 campaign. Yeah, Robert Ullman is that dude, man. Or at least he's showing to be that right now. As Victor Robles, as the Toronto gets 2 on the board in the 10th. But Ullman is going to be responsible for ending it with the bat and the glove as we eke out a 3-2 victory. Oh, no, we aren't even. Yeah, we're 10 games into the season. He has 4 home runs. That's absolutely nuts. Roberto Alonso, he's going to get the call up. No, actually, he's already up at the present moment. He's going to play a little bit for Volpe. I believe Volpe is hurt at the moment. Tie ball game, and he is going to take one for the team. As you can see, rocking that number 0. Played 2 games so far, and he's been hitting .500. Bunning floats one to left field. Unfortunately, we cannot get the lead in the late going. We jump ahead to the 10th. Ullman rips one up the middle past the shallow infielders, and that'll give us run number 5. Ullman just seems to love Canada. I don't know if he's a Drake fan at this point, but that's neither here nor there. As Judge hits the slider deep to right field. It'll just be out of the reach of said right fielder. And the runner from first is actually going to stay put at third. So we got runners at the corners for Volpe. I don't know if Volpe's there. Maybe Lombard. What a unique double play. I have never seen that with the shallow infielders. That's like ridiculous. But can we hang on to this 5-4 lead?
Now batting.
Here is Vlad Guerrero. A very sad story as far as, progression and regression is he's down to a 74 overall. Still a solid bat, but he's not a fielder. I think he should be their DH, but he's coming off like 2 out of the last 3 years have just not been that good. Not maybe worth the money he's been getting. It's kind of sad, but it's not my money, so I don't really care. Is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. The accolades say he might be, but for first base, like, I don't know, man. You're going to have to play through at least age 35 and be a solid player. He's a solid player, man. You got to give him at least 20 home runs a year for the next couple. As Brandon Valenzuela hits this Chaparro, and what a diving stop by Andres to end the ball game. The Yankees pick up yet another victory.
The left fielder.
Now, y'all may be wondering why I keep highlighting Robert Ullman. This is his rookie season. In case you forgot, we did trade to get him and Hunter Green in the same package deal back in 2029. And it's just good to see, a rookie have a hot start to the season. Roberto Alonso takes a curveball as it gets to the backstop. Wild pitch. Both runners move in the scoring position. Yankees have an opportunity to get a run. And the curveball going to get a hit in the right center. Both runners are going to come around to score. 2-1 Yankees against the Phillies. I will continue to give this team smoke any and every chance I get. Remember, we made it to the World Series what will now be 6 seasons ago, back in 2027. And they took our heart. They took our heart in 27. You know what I'm saying? I thought we would win that Game 7, and we did not. And some of the players that did play, like Aaron Judge, and one in which that didn't play, Jazz Chisholm, we're going to work a little bit of revenge so far, up 3-1. Volpe smacks it up the middle. He was a part of that 2027 World Series team. And he will drive in 2. Yankees up 5-1. Jump ahead to Arias, bases loaded, hits a sinker, high and deep to left field. It is off the wall. And that'll score 2 more. Now we're up 7-1. And yeah, we absolutely wiped the floor with them, and I hope to continue to do that. If you guys want the smoke in the World Series, y'all got to do y'all part. We will attempt to do ours as we start the season 13-7. Did I make a roster move? No. We are looking at the Angels for one particular reason. The disrespect of Mike Trout. This needs to be said. This organization has done him absolutely fucking filthy. Yes, I am cursing. At 40 years old, you have gotten this man 3 postseason games. I am going to do him a favor and release him. Trout, unfortunately, you now have your wings in a way you didn't have when you were wearing the uniform. A future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. I'm not going to sign him, so don't get any ideas. I'm not going to sign him. I can't have 2 40-year-olds, and I can't have 2 40-year-olds that need to play DH. Judge is still a quality player. Trout has not shown to be that for the past, I'd say, 3 seasons in this series as we take care of business against the Angels. Hunter Green, a shoulder pull. We are not going to risk it at this point in the season by just throwing him back out there. We are up by 4 games in the division. We will have our first call-up of the season, Jose Guzman. We drafted him back in 26, 27. I forget. I'm sorry. I will make it a point next year to keep track of some of this stuff. I usually am a lot better about it. I know the content creators, Mr. Hurricane, definitely keeps track of that kind of stuff. I should probably do the same. As Lombard here in the bottom of the 10th inning grounds out to Zach Neto, who is one of the staples. Actually, hell, the last remaining teammate that has played with Mr. Mike Trout as Robert Ullman comes up for yet another run off a ball that really takes a weird hop on the second baseman. Is that Zach Geloff? No, that's actually Christian Moore, who, wow, man, despite being such highly touted, second baseman prospect here at 29, he's fine. I mean, I guess this is fine for a second baseman. 13 homers. Give me about 10, 15 steals. Nothing really to be like, oh, he's going to be a superstar. As Christian Moore, actually, maybe he's changed my mind with an RBI hit into left field to give his team the lead. Big Christmas. Big sit yourself down as we cut the Christmas tree down to size. Jumping ahead to Matt McLean. He will also strike out to end the 11th. So the Yankees have a comeback in them. Arias rolling in the left field on the ground. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The number 9 batter coming up. Can we get the tying run and then eventually the go-ahead run? Dominguez, oh my goodness. Pops this one up. Oh, the catcher, jeez Louise, man. You had a good shot at that one. And Volpe said, I got it from here, brother. I'll pick you up. Tying the ball game at 2 apiece here in the 11th. We got a runner in scoring position at second and Volpe at first. Yes, they did get the second out. Now Chisholm with an opportunity. Hits a slider to left field. It bounces down on the grass. Coming around the score is Volpe. Yankees are going to eke out the victory. Actually, that's Arias. Comes around the score and, oh my goodness. That explains why Dominguez has been just so off. He now has a dislocated shoulder in the last game of the Angels series, and he's going to be out for 2 months, which means we may not see him till about mid-June. Ullman will take his place in right field, and the question is obviously going to be, are we going to call up Jose Hernandez? I don't know. He's not hitting well. Granted, he hasn't played a ton. Why he's an 80? I'm sorry, MLB, you have to stop this. You have to have something where overall cannot be higher than potential. That's just ridiculous. Maybe I will give him a tick up and give him into the B range, but, come on, this is ridiculous. Anywho, we're going to take a look at Jose Guzman's MLB debut as we are 17-8 taking on the Seattle Mariners. Guzman, I believe we drafted him back in 27, if I am not mistaken. He is the number 3 prospect in the Yankee organization. And as you can see, I can draft pitchers. Position players are a whole nother ballgame. I have always been good at drafting pitchers in MLB The Show. It also doesn't help that training is not the best, but I will discuss that on the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. You can find that podcast anywhere you find podcasts, including right here on this YouTube channel. As Guzman gets the first out of his major league career on a ground ball right up the middle. As Ha-Sung Kim swings and misses and will now be his first strikeout on the slider in the inside corner. I think we'll save that baseball. As, this is not a guy you want to mess around with. Rafael Devers, three-time? I forget how many times he's won the batting title in this series. It's all been in this series so far. Grounder on the shifted infield, and we get him out to end the first. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Jose Guzman. Here's Julio Rodriguez. Under 200. Man, how disappointing has it been for him? Don't get me wrong. He has been an all-star in a decent number of these 8 seasons, but it's like he hasn't blown up and been that MVP caliber player. He's been good. And in center field, you just expect a bit more as Ronnie Mauricio is going to become Guzman's second strikeout victim. Matt Olson, who honestly I forgot signed with this team, is going to be his 4th strikeout victim. Take a look at the StatCast pitching sequence. Guzman does not get his pitches up past 90 very often. So it's a lot of lulling you to sleep with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And I believe a slider in there as well. As Bo Naylor floats it to left center. And 1, 2, 3 innings, still has not given up a hit or a run. Josh Lowe, hits it past the outstretched arm of George Lombard Jr. Now he's finally given up a base hit. Ha-Sung Kim, runner taken off. The pitch, the throw, Robert, no. Runner will be safe. Josh Lowe will be safe at second. Actually, that's not Robert the catcher. That's actually Pickett. And he'll float one to right field. Runner going to tag from second, going to third. And the ball gets thrown off the line at the plate. Fortunately, it does not cost us a run as no one was covering home plate. Rafael Devers is going to get the full finger treatment. Not like the one I gave your mom last night, but nonetheless, Dominic Canzoni. Ground ball, second, short, first, got him out of here, and the Yankees still don't give up a run quite yet. Take a look at the pitching comparison. Alex Rosales giving up 3 hits so far, so in the battle of 2 young pitchers. Guzman seems to be doing a little better so far. Drafted back in 2027. Man, Seattle continues to have pitching. Like, it's crazy. They still haven't won a World Series, though. As Julio Rodriguez sends this one deep, straight away center. And, Chisholm can't seem to come up with it. It caroms off the wall. They're throwing it back into the infield, and, man, that was dangerously close to being an inside-the-park home run. As that is a triple for Mauricio. Grounder on to first as Chaparro will step on the bag. Rodriguez is going to score from third. Olsen bounces it to third. The defense is shifted, though. And he'll get a base hit. Naylor bounces it to second. And he'll go the short way to end it as Yankees down by 1 through 5. Josh Lowe floats a slider to center. And it's the first out. Guzman hasn't been pitching too badly. Ha-Sung Kim up the middle. Blocks the ball from going into the outfield. Throws it to first. He just gets him out. I guess his arm strength is just as slow as his pitching. It's Rafi Devers. Comes up and demolishes the rookie and says, hey, welcome to Major League Baseball, young man. You're facing the future Hall of Famer. And I will treat you as a rookie. Smokes that at 106 miles an hour off that bat. As fortunately, it's only a solo shot. Yankees are down by 2, and unfortunately, we would lose this ball game 6-0 as they tacked on 4 more runs in the 8th inning for good measure. Hunter Green, after the 2-week stint on the IL, to start the month of May, is back. 24-9 to start the month of May. And that means Jose Guzman is going down. Picked up a win, picked up a loss. I can't really make a distinction as to how good he is quite yet. We will send him down as Robert Ullman is the Rookie of the Month with 6 homers and 13 RBI. Alongside Royce Lewis, the Player of the Month. Y'all know I only really show these if it's one of us that actually gets it. Otherwise, that doesn't do a hell of a whole lot for me. James Pickett also picked up a Rookie of the Month, award, but that was a couple years ago. As James Pickett comes through and, hustles for a double for the New York Yankees. As Spencer Jones bounces one to Neto, a high rainbow throw, and the Angels are going to get out of this with a victory. One of the Luis Arraez. I didn't even realize he was there. When did he sign with this team? It's interesting, nonetheless. And the minute we send Guzman down, he has now torn a finger ligament. He's going to go in the 60-day IL down to minors. And Jazz Chisholm has sustained a torn ACL. That is a damn shame. And I think we know where we are going with this. Because he is out, it is time to call up Jose Hernandez. I would love to have him start a season with, rookie designation and get a Rookie of the Year. Conrad Foley also get the call up. He's played for us, but it's Jose Hernandez time. It is what it is. Like, you can't just continue to have him languishing in the minors, and we are going to jump into his first professional baseball game because he's already played last year. His first true start. So he's going to get a decent amount of run in the outfield. We'll shuffle guys in and out of the lineup between him and Bunning and who else? Jones as need be. Dominguez will still play out there. Like, we are not bereft of outfield options. As unfortunately his first plate appearance will come out as an out. Second chance, Yankees tied 2-2. Still facing Quinn Priester. Hits this one into left field for the base hit. Not his first hit of his career, but the first of this 2030. Oh, that is his first hit of his career. Wow, that was very anticlimactic because I'm not paying attention. It is his first hit. I could have sworn he played last. Oh, those 130 ABs were actually down the minors, and he takes off for second immediately. First hit, first steal. Sounds like we might not be waiting too long before he hits his first home run, and unfortunately, Arias will not have him touch his first major league home plate. And Hernandez floats one into shallow left. The third baseman, Matt Chapman, will make the catch. Yes, Matt Chapman, 10-time third base Gold Glover. As Brady Montgomery hits this one deep. Left field, Hernandez can't come up with the catch, and it caroms off the wall. Oh, Ullman has to recover the ball, throw it back in the infield, and that'll cost him at least a base. And with nobody out, there are two runners in scoring position. Bases loaded. Chapman hits it to left center. This is an easier catch for Hernandez. Throws it back in the infield. I think I might move him to right field because I don't like lefties being in left field. That's just me. Hernandez comes up and is the final shot for the Yankees here in the bottom of the ninth inning. What's he got for us? And he's going to bounce off a 12-6 curveball that he really should have laid off. But he's very young and, high sweeper. Just a disgusting swing. Disgusting for a disgusting pitch. As you see the saves leader, Tristan Beck, leading the league. And this one is going to get floated into center. And unfortunately, the Yankees are going to lose this, which wait a minute. Why is Tristan Beck saving games? Didn't you guys sign Oliver Nunez, the former Angels closer? Put the closer in the closer role. What do you? I don't understand the CPU logic in the bullpen ever. It's almost. I think with pitching clutch, I think that's more what they're leaning on. As you can see, the Rockies for the first time, and I remember in this series, they are over 500, and they are a team to be reckoned with. Reggie Smith, also a pitcher to be reckoned with. Are we going to go back-to-back years with a Yankee pitcher winning the Cy Young? As a 6-0 start is freaking phenomenal. A well under 2 ERA. Also, phenomenal start to the season as Hernandez rips this one into right field for the Yankee lineup. Batting seventh. I'm not expecting a ton. He's going to take off. Arias at the plate. The throw. Not in time. Abrams cannot slap the tag on him in time. That's already his second stolen base so far. And we pretty much wiped the floor with them. 1-0. It is what it is. 8 innings, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Only giving up 5 hits. This was a phenomenal battle. Remember, Adam St. Aud is honestly the best pitcher in Colorado Rockies history. I don't mean that. Like, every time I see the strikeout leaders, he is not very far, from being number one. Christian Javier was their offseason signing, and I think that 1-2 combination is going to do good for them. I'm hoping they make the postseason this year. We shall see. Lance Young, or Junge? Oh, my goodness. Hernandez might not be playing outfield much longer. Oh, boy. Dude, you have to at least stop the ball from bouncing behind you. That's a 3-run double. Honestly, should be a double and an error, but whatever. Hernandez looks to redeem himself, and he's just not going to do it this time, popping this one up into the infield. Dude, get your glove. Maybe he has the jitters. I don't know. As Brandon Marsh murks this one deep to left field. Hernandez, all he can do is look up. It is out of here now. 8-1 Rockies, as they are rocking our block at this point. Might as well see what he can do in the late going. We're already down 7. Maybe he can start a rally to lead off the 8th. And he hits this one over the leaping attempt of Lance Young. And he is hustling for second, as that is a leadoff double. And you know what? I appreciate you having some patience, hitting at the plate. But we still end up losing 8-1 to Colorado. Again, I'm hoping that they actually are a playoff team, as you can see in the next ball game. We were ripping. As a matter of fact, he hit his first his first major league home run. And unfortunately, we didn't see it because, well, I sim past it, and we kicked their asses like 10-4. So maybe we can do it, a visual manner. Step on the bag, Campbell, yeah, gotten Lombard out. I wasn't exactly sure. Umpire took a little long making that call. Ullman hits this one to center. Runner at third is going to tag. The throw by Mayer is not in time. The ball game is tied 2 apiece.
The batter, number 2, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge coming up next, 2 for 2. Can he make it 3 for 3? And you know what? It's not going to happen as he punches out on a fastball he should have laid off. Maybe his 39-year-old eyes are deceiving him at this point. As here's Hernandez, Heriberto Hernandez. Oh my goodness! As the runner's taking off for third, the slide, and you were just way too late running, Volpe. I get what you were trying to do, but like you've been better off just staying at third, especially with 1 out. But 1 out, like you could have at least given these last 2 batters the opportunity to drive you home without needing a hit. As Nick York grounded to Arias. Volpe back to first. No. 1 is all they will get as jump ahead runner taking off for second. Not in time. Not even going to be able to slap the tag on him. As Younghoon Lee acquired a couple seasons ago. Hits it in the left field. The throw by Hernandez not even close. Red Sox pick up the victory in their doo-doo green uniforms. Yeah, I don't like these uniforms. I don't like any of their non-normal uniforms. Like that yellow and blue one is disgusting. That green one is disgusting. And this hit off of Monte Mahoney is disgustingly attempted to be fielded at by Bunning. It bounces off the wall. Miami up 3-0 on a bases clearing double. But we come back, bases loaded. George Lombard hits a fastball into left center. 1 run will score from third. The second will score from second as the Yankees are taking the lead 4-3.
The batter, the first baseman.
See, we have a 4.5 game lead in the division. Chaparro bounces one in the center field. And running from first will go to third just in time.
Now batting, the center
as
fielder.
we extend that lead 5-3.
Now batting, second
We
baseman.
face Santiago Espinal in what has been a really high-scoring game so far. We're only in the 6th inning. Espinal is going to drive in at least 1. Runner from second scores. It's 9-9 here in the 6th. Pedro Leon bounces one in the right field. Bunning comes up throwing at the plate. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. Bunning is a liability when it comes to throwing
Up
in the
next for the
outfield.
Yankees,
And
the left fielder, Robert.
maybe we trade him. I don't know. 12-9. Omen rips this one up the middle. Another runner scored. Both teams have double digits. Now make it 12-11 as the Yankees are down by 1 in what has been a hotter game than the Miami summer. And Uribe is going to give up a base hit, and we're going to stay put. I'm a little surprised. Bases loaded. Lombard, 3 for 4, and damn it, he rolls one on a broken bat to first. Let's jump ahead to the. Oh my goodness! Why is he facing? Get him out of here! He doesn't face righties all that well. And slider high and gets him out of here. Come on, Cabrera, and I'm talking to the manager. You got to know you got to get him out of here. As Hernandez will also bounce out. Oh, boy. Volpe. I don't know. Maybe Jones is not available to play first or third, depending on where Chaparro was. But unfortunately, they're going to lose this high-scoring ball game, 12-11. Maybe because we didn't swap out Chaparro. It happens. As 11 runs, almost everybody drives in a run but Judge. Everybody does get a hit, though. As, geez Louise, they only had 1 extra base hit, which is a little nuts. Nonetheless, they had 5 extra base hits and nearly everybody in their end also, drives in a run. Jason Dominguez is now back here in the tail end of the Padres series. We have a 6-game lead in the division, and we're gonna send Hernandez back down. Just listen. Again, we have a log jam here. Like, he's not exactly ready. He can get called up if we need him to be. As Dominguez makes the run and catch, playing center field today. It's a little odd, but it is what it is.
Jason.
Batting .221 to start the season, and missing a lot of time. We need his offensive firepower. Now here's Pickett. Stares at an inside circle change that I don't blame him for laying off, man. Good pitch by Soriano. As Walker Jenkins floats one past first base in the right field. Bunning comes up throwing. Twins are going to win. Damn it. Jump ahead to another matchup against the Blue Jays. Grounder up the middle. Alonso can't come up with it. And, oh, come on. Really? Another walk-off L? Yo, we can't keep doing this, man. This is disgusting. Granted, we are 50-37 to start the month of July. We have a significant lead over the Orioles. I'm not saying we're going to run away with the division, but I would love to run away with the division at this point. Rays are behind them, 8 games. Tigers, pretty good season. Mariners, 50 and 38. Athletics right behind him. Vlad Guerrero, he might be washed at this point. We shall see.
Second baseman.
At a 70 overall, I'm just not sure if he's going to. He's not going to make it through that contract. Like, he's going to get sent down because the CPU only cares about overall. And maybe I'm being a little disrespectful by not, maintaining his high status as an overall player because of the money. But listen, sometimes guys fall off. We've seen a guy like Chris Davis, Orioles Chris Davis, be, yes, a power threat, but also have like one of the longest hit streaks of all time, before he called it quits. And there is a bigger story to that, which I believe, who was it? I think Jolly Olive might have a video about that, where it's not so much him inability, it's so much, there's a long story to it. Just go check out that video. You will find it. It's like at least 3 or 4 years old. And Bunning will bounce one down in the left center. Runner going to third. Sliding in there safe. A 2-run single for Lee Bunning as we approach the All-Star break. Just picking up victors. We're just doing our thing here on the 4th of July. No real fireworks. Oh, real hell. Fireworks from Bunning, as a matter of fact, as he hits 2 home runs. Reggie Smith is now, a no-hitter? Oh, yeah. No. We got to jump into this. 3 more innings. He does have several walks as Colt Key floats one in the center field. A no-hitter through 6 1/3 innings. Daisuke Watanabe bounces one up the middle to Arias. Fields it and overthrows it. That's an error, not a hit. The runner is in scoring position. Gavin Cross stares at an inside changeup. I believe in this series we've had 3 pitchers have a no-hitter. I believe it has been Luis Gil back in season 1 against the Mets. Max Fried had one. And there's another pitcher that's, I can't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah, I think we've had 3 no-hitters so far in this series. As, again, the Cy Young candidates, oh, my goodness. How is Hunter Green ahead of Reggie Smith? Actually, I see what it is. It's the strikeouts. He's got almost 40 more strikeouts than Reggie Smith. With Ryan Weathers, who, the irony is, he's a real-life Yankee. So, a whole bunch of Yankees in the Cy Young, not really. No-hitter through 7 innings. Yankees tack on 2 more runs for us. Carlos Narvaez, Volpe, the jump throw over to first, and he gets it there in time. No-hitter through 7 2/3. Dalton Varsho, we've seen him in a couple of different teams. Hits a change up the center, and we may just be looking at yet another no-hitter so far. Can we get it through the 9th inning? Sherwood Witt, no relation to Bobby, 3-2 is going to be walked, unfortunately. The fourth walk allowed for Reggie Smith, but that's better than a hit. Daniel Velasquez, a pretty much no-namer, gets a base hit up the middle and breaks up the no-hitter. 2 runners on, nobody out, and yeah, we're going to get him out of here. There's no point in, there's no incentive to have him continue to pitch, though I guess a complete game would look nice. But, you know, why bother? He's having a phenomenal season, just like Ryan Grady, 27 saves. As it is now time for the 2032 first-year player draft. Where do we pick this year? To be honest, I don't remember. Nonetheless, the first pick in the draft is going to be Harvey Bell for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and Disney, and disrespecting Mike Trout. I'm sorry. He looks like a decent pitcher as a lefty. Probably has a bit more upside than what, readiness of right now. He is 20 years old. Good pitch velocity, gets it up to 99 on the 4-seam, 2-seam at 97, sweeping curve, and a changeup. So that's a nice pitch mix for him. The number 2 pick goes to the St. Louis Cardinals. A second lefty pitcher, and he was number 1 on our draft board and ranked in the MLB as a center fielder. Pretty good fielder, has some bop in that bat. Can hit righties a bit better than lefties. And, it's just kind of an all-around pretty good, solid guy. Nothing, crazy. You're not going to see any 99 overall players or whatever, which I'm fine by that because most players in the draft are like kind of average. Anthony Sims is going to be the number 3 pick for the Brewers. Can't tell you a whole lot about these guys because the CPU does not scout. I hate that. They literally don't scout. Nonetheless, looks like he might have some speed. He can hit, or at least is projected to be a damn good, if not great hitter. May not replace Jackson Chourio as we jump to our first draft pick, and we are going to take Jimmy something French. Unranked by the entire league. I probably could have taken him later, but he is a high stem and a lefty who is definitely going to get guys out. Pitch velocity through the roof, 98 on a fastball, a cutter, a sinker, and a slider. He throws everything hard. I mean, everything. Maybe we see him up at some point in this series. Miguel Peralta up next, a righty reliever from Illinois, a very good reliever, as we do need to replenish some of that pen down in the minors. A 4-seam cutter, curveball, and a slider. In the next pick, we are taking Damon Nobles, as I'm not sure if Spencer Jones is going to play first. I don't know. We shall see. I mean, he's been playing the outfield mostly. We'll move him around as need be. Looks like a very good power threat of his own. In the 4th round, we take Joaquin Morero, a 19-year-old righty from the Dominican Republic. He is a work in progress. He's fast. I'll give him that. He's got a very good arm. His bat is just not there from scouts' projections. Dorian Gonzalez up next. We take another outfielder, ranked by no one except us. And he looks like a speed guy. Maybe he plays some defense. We shall see. We go with a 3rd straight outfielder, Marcus Bassett. He is a lefty smacking machine. Decent power, not much in the way of fielding, though he does play catcher in the outfield positions. MLB The Show, you need to make it easier to have more unique secondary position combinations. Get away from the toggleable setup ones where, speaking of setup, Jason Dominguez sends this one deep against the Astros in the exact same place where he hit his first home run. That's the 4th one on the board for us, and that is his 8th of this season, his 4th since coming back off the injured list. Hopefully Dominguez has a pretty damn good second half of the season as we do pick up the victory as we start the All-Star break. As far as the home run derby, we got a lot of young power hitters. Pablo Esposito, John Fransky, probably the best power hitter in the national. Actually, really, him and Esposito are probably the two best in the National League. Fransky did have near 40 home runs last year. Royce Lewis, a veteran, continuing to be pretty consistent with his power, though he's dropped down some. I mean, he's in the last year of his contract. Shohei Ohtani, 37 years old, is going to make his first, as far as I can remember, home run derby appearance. I don't think he's actually joined it in real. No, he might have as an Angel one time, and that's it. You know, it's almost like LeBron James in the dunk contest. You could have just done it one time, bro. Just did it once, and we'd have been fine. Big Christmas, the current Angel on a 4-year deal is going to the home run derby. So is Austin Riley, who has been one of the better power hitters, at least in the earlier portion of this series, though it hasn't really been fruitful for the Atlanta Braves. And Luken Baker, who I didn't even know about. I guess he played with he did play with the St. Louis Cardinals. He becomes a free agent, so it's probably a good time for him to be hitting for power. Maybe he can get a nice DH contract. Travis Bazzana, having a damn good season, though. He's had a couple in a row. He's got 2 more years of arbitration. Remember, Jose Ramirez is not there anymore, but Cleveland looks like a team to
Ladies and gentlemen,
not to be messed with. And Royce Lewis is going to win
champion,
the home run derby.
Royce
I'm sorry.
Lewis.
I say this every time I show the home run derby. I don't like the formatting of it. It's ass. It's also too easy for me to win if I were to play it. Why we're showing Jazz Chisholm is beyond me. He's not coming back this season. Reggie Smith is going to be the all-star starter for the AL. Why he's going down in any of his attributes is beyond me. His recent games, he's been pitching phenomenally well, 12-2. He becomes a free agent. Oh, wow. He might become the youngest free agent pitcher of all time if we let him walk. I don't think we will. I think we're going to give him an extension. Hunter Green behind him, another all-star appearance for him. He was, as you can see, we have one of, if not the best 1-2 combination here in this 2032 campaign. And Ryan Grady rounds out the pitching all-stars with, what is this, his 3rd, 4th year in a row? 26 years old. If he's not the best closer in the game, I don't know who is. 4th straight all-star appearance, it turns out. And we are going to have to be starting to think extension, especially considering it depends on how long the series goes. Maybe we'll give it to him and we just won't see the end of it. Lee Bunning. Oh, wait. Anthony Volpe was an all-star. Let's get to the vet first. Makes, I believe, his first all-star appearance of his career. Why? I'm surprised because those numbers don't really scream all-star. You know, they usually lean on offense versus defense. Lee Bunning, though, okay, he's one of the league leaders in steals. I will give him that. He's hitting for some decent bop. Maybe he gets to 20 homers this year. I would love to see that. He's got 2 more years on said deal. Maybe we think extension for him, especially in the possible post-Judge era. Why is James Pickett not in the All-Star game? He's 2nd in catcher All-Star voting. I noted every team has to have a representative, like this is a frickin' participation contest, because it kind of is. He should be an All-Star. Like, Austin Wells had the same issue. Like, we've had pretty much the best catcher, offensively in baseball multiple years, but it is what it is. Reggie Smith is going to unfortunately give up a double for the first batter, but strikes out the next one. As Juan Soto, age 33, continuing to play at a decent pace. Last year was just not there for him. He did miss almost half the season. And, oh, wow, we can actually see the end of his contract. 2039. Grounded to Bazzana over the first. And the runner will advance as Pablo Esposito comes up to the dish. Participated in the home run derby. Only made it to the 2nd round. Didn't advance any further as he ends up striking out to end the inning.
The National League, the designated hitter.
Next up for the National League is Carson Bench. The former New York Met has been playing well. Like, he's been playing well, really trying to get that Miami Marlins team back into playoff contention. I fail to remember the last time they made the playoffs. It might have been 2020. As Spencer Torkelson hits this one in the right field corner. Brandon Lau can't come up with it until it completely comes to a stop. And the National League is up 1-0. Christopher Morel. Oh my goodness. Pimps this one to left field. Hi, yi. Not a good look, Reggie. Not a good look here in the Trop. And fortunately, he'll bounce back by striking out the young catcher, Ethan Salas, who might not even be 21 yet at this point in this year. I'm kidding. He's probably like 23. As Josue DePala is going to unfortunately be struck out on the high heater to end the second inning. As Juan Soto will bounce this one to second over to first. As Reggie Smith may be pulling up on 3 innings of work. You know, in the All-Star game, guys don't pitch that long. As Pablo Esposito sends this one in the right field. It's a low liner. And I think Reggie Smith's day may be done.
Leading off for the National League.
So he turned to Hunter Green to pitch an inning. He'll face Carson Bench for the first time. They'll bounce that one foul. And then next pitch is a slurve hit to Bobby Witt Jr. Another All-Star appearance for him. You know, I don't like how our season ended last year to his team, but he's still a damn great player. As Ramiro, I'm not sure where he plays, Texas. As a matter of fact, he's got themselves a left field all-star. Now, Morel's already hit a long ball against one Yankee pitcher. And he says, man, just fuck the Yankees. He literally does not care about our feelings. Smokes it to left field. As I think he has a grudge against us, which I can understand. Spent some time in freaking Tampa and in Chicago, kicking our tail in, but he is the All-Star MVP, and rightfully so. Chuyan makes it as a futures, appearance, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Major League Baseball, kiss my ass for not having minor league All-Star games. Why would you get rid of them? Particularly in MLB The Show. Like, I'd been fine if you just left that shit in there.
Center fielder,
the hell? Ron Quiñones is also on the Futures team, though he has yet to play a minor league baseball game. Grounded to Jones. Jones over to Volpe. Volpe, whoa. A bad throw back to Smith, though Smith should have been at first. Why he didn't cover him, not sure, as he faced the LA Dodgers. And through 5, we maintain a 2-1 lead. And we pick up yet another victory for, listen, Reggie Smith might just be the Cy Young Award winner, and I might have to adjust that potential rating. 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, only gave up 1. And as we look to sign some of these draftees, we have $8 million to play with. Peralta wants a little over 1. Nobles wants 714. Dorian Gonzalez 317. Jimmy LaFrench, because I'm not trying to pronounce that man's name, wants about $3 million. So we should be able to sign everybody. Just a matter of when, not if. Damon Nobles, the first man to sign. Dorian Gonzalez, he wants 317. Slot value says 422. We give him 317 and he takes it. That's fine. I have no issue with that. Jimmy LaFrench. LeBrouse. I don't know French. He'll sign though, $3.2 million. So we got 3.92 to play with. Joaquin Marrero is ready to sign now. He wants 421, as a matter of fact, and he rejects 498. Not accepting these offers. Marcus Bassett wants 263, and I don't care that he's injured. I feel like the injuries should not affect potential per se, because none of them are ever long-term. Your injuries in this game are never long-term. They don't even last through the offseason. Joaquin Marrero does sign in the third period of rookie or prospect signing. Marcus Bassett continues to reject our deals, so we'll jump into some actual baseball. Basallo facing the Orioles, grounded to Jones. Jones gets it to Volpe, back to first. Oh, thrown past Reggie Smith. Is that a Smith issue? Maybe Smith just isn't the best of fielders. I mean, I get it. Pitchers don't always play in the field, especially not in high school or college. Some guys are just specialty pitchers. Nonetheless, Vance Honeycutt gives the Orioles the lead. Daniel Fujita hits this into right field. 1 run will score. Hernandez, why are you touching? the outfield wall. The throw by Arias to the plate guns him down. Great relay throw, though the Orioles do pick up the victory. Riley Green 3 for 4 with a long ball. Jackson Holliday 4 for 5. CES 2 for 4. Marcus Bassett, take this money. Thank you. How hard was that? Almost $400,000. We've got 2.7 to play with, but unfortunately, we'll worry about that later. George Lombard is pretty much done for the regular season. Well, he might come back in September, as we've got to shuffle the deck. Roberto Alonso will play third against righties. Chaparro will play third against lefties. Maybe we'll call somebody up, and we will. Jordis Valdez, the versatile guy who can play a lot of different positions. As bases loaded, Matt Chapman is going to get one run in. The throw to the plate will get a second one in, as Chicago is up 2-1 in one of the more dope, jerseys, City Connect jerseys that, honestly, I've seen. Maybe I just like the red and black combination and the fact it looks like the Bills unis, and they did it tastefully. I think Cincinnati has a great set of, City Connect uniform. I think Arizona has a great one. There's a couple of others. I liked the first year of the Nationals one with the pink. I think the pink was fire. The pink and the gray was fire. Listen, Peralta, come sign. Come be a bullpen arm. Or you go back in the draft. I don't care. So we now face the Rays. Theo Guillen hits this one high and deep to left center. Dominguez is going to be able to run it down for the final out of the first inning as we get out of Dodge. Yankees up 3-2 in the 10th. Andres Valle grounded to Alonso, playing for Volpe. And he gets it to Jones just in time at first. I believe Tampa is out enough in the wild card race. I don't know. They're probably like 4 or 5 games out of the wild card spot. I don't know whether they actually make it or not. Like, they have the pitching. They have some bats, but I don't know. They just can't seem to string together enough wins to make it happen so far. Grady looking to get the save, and he does. 12-6 looking curveball gets that man out to end the ball game. And, actually, it turns out Anthony Volpe is injured. A hand contusion. Damn, what happened, bro? As we got 4 days to sign, Peralta. Brother, you want 1.4? We giving you 1.7. Bro, come on. You playing games. You are a reliever. Let me stop. That's disrespectful. I shouldn't be talking like that. Now we reached the deadline to sign our draft picks. You are 77% motivated. We have 2.7 million. You've demanded 1.4. I'd say take every dime of money we got. I don't care. All right, 2.27 million is what it's going to take to get it done. We are 8.5 games up in the division, and as we take a look at the draft picks, I'd say not a bad draft at all. Jimmy LaBruce, 81 potential. Peralta, 80. I think 80. LaBruce is definitely going to be a work in progress, but he throws hard, man. Like, he could be a reliever, if anything. Peralta, obviously a reliever, though he's got almost 70 stamina, so maybe he's a short-term starter in the minors, as I don't think we have a ton of young pitchers that, especially down in Double-A. Damon Nobles can play outfield, but that arm is questionable at best. Akeem Marrero might be the best drafted player in terms of potential that we have had, 93 potential. He also plays second base alongside the outfield. Maybe we stick him at second in the future. He does have speed. Just needs to work on his bat game, particularly against the lefties. Dorian Gonzalez, I take that back. He is the best drafted potential-wise, though he is 22 and a work in progress. Not even Major League average as a hitter. Actually, that's about Major League average for a hitter. Fielding, though, he's got to work on it. Whether we see him or not is up in the air. And Marcus Bassett, a lefty contact cracker. Oh, God, I didn't mean that like that. In other words, he hits lefties very well. Fielding, he's all right. He's got some speed. Why he's a deep potential, I don't know. When you can hit lefties, like you've still got a spot on somebody's major league roster as we take on the San Francisco Giants. I promise you, I did not mean that in the manner that you thought. Roderick Arias, as we take a look at Keaton Winn, fourth in the National League in saves. As Drew Rasmussen, 46 saves. He might get to 50, maybe even 60 before the year is up. And Arias is going to take the walk, which is going to lead to Dominguez coming up next. 0-1, hits this hard and high to center field, but he's going to find a glove, and the San Francisco Giants pick up the victory here in the Bay. Jump ahead, Jerome Goodwin is going to get some run at third base too. We called him up not too long ago. He's 8 of 18 to start the year as he floats this one into right field. Foul territory and a diving stop by Monticelli, and he can't come up with it. As he smokes this one to left field. Is it going to stay fair? It does. Yankees take a 6-4 lead here in the late going as you just witnessed his first major league home run. Jerome Goodwin. When was he drafted? I believe back in 2026. So good to see him, finally. Even if this is a cup of coffee, you can at least say you hit a major league home run in your career. And the Yankees are going to pick up the victory against the Athletics. What was the score? Nothing crazy. 6-4. 6-4. Thanks to Jerome Goodwin, that 3-run shot in the bottom of the 7th. Jump ahead and face the Cincinnati Reds as the bases are loaded for Reggie Smith here in the 7th. And Stafura is going to hit this one into the right center field gap. Bounces and rolls. Dominguez comes up with the throw, but it's not going to be anywhere in time. Reds up 3-2. John Fransky. Led the league in home runs last year and strikes out. I'm glad we struck him out because I do not want to deal with the power of him. He is a monster, especially against lefties, as the Reds wipe the floor with us, 9-2. Reggie Smith, 5 strikeouts, only goes 4 2/3 innings as Aaron Judge hits the sweeping curve off with the Nationals pitcher Nick Frasso to left field, 405. A big-time blast by the captain, his 23rd this season. While he might not be, I guess, in MVP form, he's still a relatively damn good hitter even at the age of 39. We now face Alexander Canario. Grounders, and that's a 1-6-3. 3-6-1? 3-6-1 double play. As we take a look at Zach Veen, who was a top prospect for the Rockies, is just okay. He's just okay, and it's a damn shame. So highly touted. He'll become a free agent, but he's going to be somebody's 4th outfielder at best. As Lee Bunning attempts the diving stop, but he is not going to come up with it. We are 8.5 games up in the division. As Pickett throws it to second, can't get it there in time, so the tying run, Zach Veen, who I guess was talking smack about, ends up with a stolen base. Grounder up the middle. Dominguez comes up throwing. It is not going to happen. The runner, Fernandez, is going to hustle to second anyhow to be in scoring position. Grounder to third. Goodwin over to first. And the 7th inning will end in a 7-7 tie.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman.
Jump ahead runner at second for Spencer Jones, and he smokes this one deep to left field. It's going to bounce and carry him off the wall. Second replace home. Home replaces second, in the Yankees
the catcher.
Take a late 8-7 lead. Pickett. Hits a fastball the other way to left. Fernandez, a leap, and he can't come up with it as it lands in the flower bed there. 10-7 Yankees. Pickett's 20th. As Pickett becomes the 6th Yankee, 22 years or younger, to have a 20 home run season. Mind you, Gehrig hit 1. Volpe has had 1. He was the last one to do it. Gleyber Torres has done it twice. Joe DiMaggio has done it twice. Mickey Mantle has done it 3 times. And I can't forget about Joe Pepitone back in 1963. DiMaggio hit 46 in his 1937 season. Yeah, DiMaggio is one of the ones. Nonetheless, Brady House will break up the no-hit bid of Hunter Green. Again, him and Smith are probably battling it out for the Cy Young Award. Let's call it what it is right now, which is crazy because they're on the same team, and I'm sure they don't care which one wins it. It's about that ring as, Green loses control of a heater, and that's his second walk of the ball game. As Yanquiel Fernandez strikes out on the splitter low in the zone to end the 7th inning with the 2-run Yankee lead. Jump ahead as the lefty Zach Thompson looking to get out of the 8th inning. William Lugo bounces one in the right field. Ullman comes up throwing, and that runner at third is going to retreat back. I know they thought about going home, but Ullman put a little oomph on that one. Now the bases are going to be loaded, but Ryan Grady is going to come in to hopefully clean up this shit show. 37 saves this season in 52 games appearances. As Zach V says, I know you were talking smack about me not hitting for much power. Sends this one out as this isn't exactly a blown save. I'm not sure how you would categorize it, as that is his 11th of the season, and now they will call on their closer, who I believe is named Nick Black, as a matter of fact.
Nick Black.
Righties are hitting worse than lefties, but they're going to face one of the best hitters of the last, let's be honest, almost 2 decades. Probably the best since Pujols, or you could say Trout at this point. Rotani, I don't know. Like, Judge is up there, though. He gets a double to start off the 9th inning. Spencer Jones swings and misses at an outside 2-seamer. It was close enough to swing at, so I guess it makes sense. Volpe swings and misses on the inside 4-seamer. Nick Black hangs a curveball, and it gets rolled into center. Judge is going to stay put at third because that is the smart move. Now it'll take maybe a sacrifice fly to get a run in as Ullman, I want to say Weekly hit this one to right field, but it floated pretty deep. Judge tags to the plate, sliding in there. He is safe. The Yankees down by 1, so it'll take possibly a double, if not a homer, to give us the lead. Arias bounces one up the middle. We'll take it. As Maurice Robert bounces one into left field for a base hit. The bases are loaded for the lead-off batter, Lee Bunning. Can he drive in 1? He's hit twice in this ball game, scoring himself, stealing a bag. 2-2, floats a 12-6 curveball, and Washington says it's time for New York to get up out of D.C. They pick up the victory. Now for Dominguez. Rips this one over the first baseman's head. The runner is coming around the score from second. The throw is not in time. Chaparro showing some hustle. 3-3 ball game. Jump ahead to the captain. Bottom of the 10th. Runner on second. Smacks this one to right field. It bounces down. Runner coming around second to score. Around third to score, and he will get in there. Captain gives us a victory once more. I know I'm jumping around the different teams that we are playing against, but it's August, and we have a significant lead. Oh, come on. Max Fried is... Wow, we haven't showed Max Fried at all. So he's out for 2 months, so if we make it to probably the divisional series, we might see him. Jose Guzman will get the call back up, and we're going to look at some of the league extensions. John Chavez, 24 years old, very good, at least overall pitcher, striking out a decent amount of guys. He'll get himself a nice deal. Travis Bazzana is on a tear, to be honest with you. 307, leading the league in batting average, and he's going to look to cash in right now and not wait. 30 and 96 with 307 batting average. Yeah, you might as well, because you're probably going to get several more seasons like that. Simeon Woods Richardson, is going to up that money in the Brinks truck to about 4 years, $86 million. That's $21 a year. Brandon Sproat is going to get himself an extension, 3 years, $76 million to the Mets. J.J. Weatherholt, a good righty contact guy. And you know what? The Cardinals haven't made the playoffs yet, but they are at least a team that has a decent core. They do play in a pretty competitive NL Central. So take a look at some of the divisions. Aaron Judge is, getting worse as he gets older. I'm sure that it's father time. It is what it is. As we are locking in, as he is 2 home runs away from 600. And that is pretty much probably how we will conclude this season, barring anything crazy happening. So we're 83-56, and a pretty much flipped record for the Cardinals. Judge looking to extend that 11-game hitting streak. Again, he is close approaching 600. He will need, I want to say, about
second, the designated
62
hitter,
more home runs to tie Babe Ruth for the all-time Yankee lead. He is already, Judge, the natural New York Yankees home run lead. When I mean natural, I mean a Yankee that has never played, a player that's never played anywhere else. And he's also in the running for the AL MVP, which he could win it. He could absolutely win it. The WAR is not there just strictly because he's not playing defense. Let's call it what it is. That's why I don't like to say the best player in the league based off of WAR. Like, give me them numbers. Give me them real numbers. The numbers that you can actually see on the scoreboard or that contribute to the scoreboard. I don't want metric fake numbers. I'm sorry. I don't believe in WAR I don't believe in one metric numbers that, consider you, they're all over the place, whatever. Nonetheless, Aaron Judge with home run number 599, which might be about how much a ride on the train is on your Metro card. Ties the ball game at 1 apiece here in the 8th inning. Can he make it 600 and give his team the lead? Runner on first facing Jared James. Fouls off a 4-seamer. For strike number 1. Now 0-2, and he sends a slider to center field, or left of center. And we're going to have Volpe retreat back to second. So if this goes to extras, he may get the opportunity. Alec Burleson here in the bottom of the 10th. Hits this into, I don't know where the hell the ball is. Oh boy, I'm giving myself a headache. Nonetheless, they win the game. Oh boy. I think I'd rather somehow just watch that. I'd love to watch that from just either behind the pitcher or behind the hitter. It just sounds a lot better. So we go into Baltimore Oriole Park, where, remember, which would now be, 10, 11 years ago when they pushed back left field? They did it for Aaron Judge. Call it what it is. As you saw, Hunter Green off to a phenomenal start this season. Grayson Rodriguez, did he win a Cy Young in this series? He might have. Aaron Judge off to a 12-game hitting streak, and he rips this one. It bounces off of Holiday's glove. The throw to first, just gets him in time. Father Time not being kind to Aaron Judge. A little slow getting the first. Holiday would drive in a run. Now Rodriguez throws Judge a strike. Runner takes off for second there. In there, looks like Lee Bunning with his 34th stolen base of the season. I think at the All-Star break, he had like 18. Good to see him just continuing to be a terror on the base paths. He is one of the league leaders in stolen bases this year. As Judge will strike out, unfortunately. Goodwin with an RBI single, so has Bunning. So we're down 1. As the Oriole mascot, I forget their name, trying to do a little voodoo. Now, Judge has been very good with runners in scoring position, but just does not show it in this one. What else would he strike out on? A slider, low and away, because it's so tempting. It's just so damn tempting. All right, Yankees have an opportunity to tie the ball game up. Bounces it to third. Judge over there first, and unfortunately, Baltimore is going to pick up the victory. We still have a sizable lead in the division, so I'm not too concerned. Hunter Green, 5 strikeouts, but only in 3 2/3 innings. Not a very good outing. As, again, take a look at Aaron Judge, still continuing to hit at such a high rate as he nears 40. 364 in the last 10 games, 3 home runs, 12 RBI, and it's been a 4-time home run leader. As you see, the Orioles are trying to maintain that third wild card slot at 74 and 67. Judge hits the circle change in the right field. It's not going to score a run. That's okay. I know we're trying to see him chase 600, but listen, you can't press in times like that. Remember when he was chasing 500? I believe he was pressing, especially considering he was doing it in the beginning of, what was it, the 2030 season, I think. 2029 season, as a matter of fact. I'm sorry. And I think it cost us some games in the process. Why we didn't? I'm pretty sure it's why we didn't make the postseason. I'm not blaming the captain, but like offensively, we did not hit all that great in 2029. Our pitching was fine, but not like good like it's been most of this series. As Judge will strike out to end the 8th. As Taj Bradley, with a hell of a game, able to maintain that 1-run lead the entire time, 84 and 58. As Judge, now 15 years removed from the Rookie of the Year win back in 2017, he will end up with a hustle double
the center fielder,
to start off the Yankee offense. His 27th double of the campaign. Dominguez strikes out, unfortunately, as he looked to drive him home, and Jones will also strike out as well. Good pitching by Alec Marsh as Reggie Smith. We might need to call the Cy Young race right now. 16-6 with a 3.06 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. But he's not striking out guys like that. As Judge will roll over one to third. They throw it to second and air mailed over Holiday's head. Run will score. Judge will not be credited for it, as that is an error. Dominguez bounces it to second. They'll go to Henderson. Henderson to first. No, not in time. Maybe Judge's slide might have altered the throw. We're up 4-3 now, tied 4-4. Facing Jeff Criswell. As Judge hits this slider deep to straightaway. No, right center as a matter of fact. It is caught. Runner tags. Easily scores. It's 5.
The center fielder, number 24.
Listen, I'm glad that Judge is just, helping his team out as he can. We are already should be already in a playoff spot. Just get that 600, my guy. You're going to get it. I know you are. Ooh, man, that would have been a nice pitch to hit it. High sinker off Lucas Ursag, and he tosses him 100 miles an hour, striking him out. Yankees still lead 6-4. And we end up winning by the same score. So now against the Mariners, we are now at home. Julio Rodriguez has been on a tear as the Mariners look to, lock themselves up the division.
Batting second,
in
the designated hitter, Aaron.
As you see, Judge, former batting champion in 2027. Bryce Miller ends him a sinker, and it's going to be a liner, a hard hit liner to right field through the first. Bryce Miller strikes him, gives him a strike. 2,329 hits through 17 seasons. I'm actually not even. Judge might get to 2,500 should he continue playing. Any number. The rest of his contract, call it what it is, as it's been an onslaught of offense from both squads, as we are down by 6 here in the bottom of the 6th. As it looks like they are just rolling through all of his accolades here. As Judge hits a fastball into right field, we will gladly take it. Judge also a 10-time All-Star, 2-time MVP. He might be looking at a 3rd one in this series. I know in real life he has a 3rd one. Actually, remember in 2025 season, Aaron Judge actually missed out on the
The
MVP
designated hitter,
to
number
Brent
99,
Rooker.
Aaron.
As we are now up by, oh no, we're down by 5 here in the 9th inning of Ian Hamilton. Unfortunately, this pop-up is going to end the ball game. But we at least have several games in which, Aaron Judge can hit home run number 600, preferably at home. 17 hits for them as Julio Rodriguez endeavors really beat the brakes off of us as Jose Guzman looks to beat the starter. And I'd say for the foreseeable future, we'll see how long that lasts. Judge up to 102 RBI, which I want to say is like the 5th time in his career he's had 100 RBI. Which, yeah, it pretty much, 20, 32, 30, 29, 24, obviously, 22. Came close in 21. 6 times, actually, because he also did it in his rookie year. The year he also should have won an MVP. I'm just saying. Right, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Kevin Aubrey is unfortunately going to be the man that is going to be designated his 600th home run. Aaron Judge does it. 27th of this here campaign. And of course, we are going to show him love because we got to show love to one of the Yankee greats. As long as he's been here, got us a World Series, helped get us World Series. Obviously a future Hall of Famer. 600 home runs in his career. 35 home runs in the postseason. That is the all-time record, and the Seattle Mariners team is going to congratulate him because when you see greatness, salute. You got to respect it. And we do pick up the victory. And, oh, come on. Dominguez is, fuck. This is not the time to be losing Dominguez. We are going into the postseason, and now we have to rely on a rookie to. Oh my goodness, this is disgusting. I mean, he's put up good numbers in the minors, but this dude is 22. Like, all right, at least we are getting George Lombard Jr. back. We are 93 and 63 right now. I believe we have already clinched the division. We're going to send Goodwin back down. And jumping to the end of the year, the Orioles will be taking on the Tigers, Athletics, Rangers, Phillies, Brewers, Rockies, Dodgers, Yankees, Guardians, Marlins, and Padres have all secured first-year buys. Reggie Smith leads the league in wins. Bunning leads the league in stolen bases. And y'all know how I do with the awards. You will not get them until the end of the year because that's how it really is. Check out the postseason in the next episode.